from the CBS 2 Broadcast Center in Chicago, this is CBS 2 News at 10.
The problem is you can't really tell if you have a concussion.
This new test could help doctors diagnose and treat them better. The impact could be groundbreaking. Concussions are a huge concern now in all sports, but now there is a new test just approved by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, which may better diagnose concussions in younger athletes. It is an odd-looking hairnet-like contraption with 256 electrodes called BNA for brain network activation. And on this day, it's strapped to the head of 16-year-old Will Conover. His Lake Forest rugby coach is encouraging all players to get the test.
It looks like something out of a 1980 sci-fi movie.
Approved by the FDA just a month ago, Athletico is offering it at 5 locations around Chicago.
It maps the brain and allows us to see the brain itself as opposed to just the symptoms of a concussion.
The BNA does this by looking at how nerve cells are firing in the brain. Dr. Jeffrey Kutcher from the University of Michigan spearheaded the research. Give people an idea what BNA does.
What it is doing is demonstrating the network dysfunction within the brain that is a result of the injury.
The first scan, called the benchmark, occurs before a concussion, perhaps at the start of a season. If an injury occurs, subsequent tests will show changes in the brain, and doctors will have visual evidence when the brain is back to normal.
Instead of guessing as much as we are, we have a tool to help us guide diagnosis.
Dr. Jeff Mianis is hoping to start a BNA center at Rush Medical Center. He says athletes won't be able to fake recovery.
It kind of gets a little bit beyond that ability of the athlete to try to change the scenario to make it look better than it actually is.
And it will allow athletes to get back on the field, court or ice, as soon as doctors say they're ready.
Anything that can help me do that quicker and still safely, I think, is a tremendous benefit to my patients.
Will likes the idea that the test could make diagnosis more definitive.
It's anyone's guess if you have a concussion as of right now. No, I've never been diagnosed, but I know I've had a headache on the field.
So far, the tests have been approved for 14 to 24-year-olds. The doctors all agree research on the test needs to continue. Also, besides studying BNA, Dr. Kutcher has acted as a consultant to the manufacturer, and Athletico is one of the sponsors of that Lake Forest Harriers rugby team. The test costs $199 and includes the benchmark test as well as any post-injury tests that are needed.